They weren't supposed to be found. Not like this. Long Island, New York, a coastline of quiet beaches, expensive homes, and the illusion of safety. The kind of place where danger feels far away. Until it isn't. In 2010, a routine search for a missing woman leads police to something no one expects. Human remains near Gilgo Beach. Then more. And more, spaced and placed with intention. This isn't an accident. It isn't random. It's a dumping ground. As the search expands, the scope becomes terrifying. Multiple victims, overlapping circumstances, and a recurring link to young women who disappeared after advertising escort services online. The public reaction is immediate. Serial killer floods the headlines. Fear spreads fast. What makes the case different is the silence. No taunting letters. No demands. No public signature. Whoever did this wasn't trying to be seen. He was trying to vanish. 4 years, the case stalls, tangled jurisdictions, missteps, leads that go nowhere. Families are left waiting, grieving, and convinced the system failed them. And whoever is responsible doesn't rush. He blends into ordinary life. By the end of this part, one thing should feel deeply wrong. These crimes required time, knowledge of the area, and confidence that no one was watching closely enough. What unsettled investigators wasn't only the number of victims. It was the patience. The placement suggested planning. Someone who understood the terrain, the isolation, and how rarely the dunes and brush were disturbed. Gilgo Beach wasn't chosen randomly. It was chosen because it worked. The victims shared similarities, but not enough to make the case simple. Different years. Different circumstances. Yet an invisible thread suggested routine. Experience. Control. Some families reported strange calls after disappearances. Calm voices, mocking tones, cruelty delivered without urgency. Not panicked contact. Deliberate power. Meanwhile, cracks showed in the system itself. Multiple agencies, competing priorities, evidence scattered across years. What should have been a unified hunt became fragmented. Time passed. Technology changed. Surveillance increased. If the killer was still active, he learned to be more careful. Profilers increasingly suspected someone local, someone comfortable moving between normal life and violence without leaving obvious traces. The longer it stayed unsolved, the clearer the question became: how could someone operate for years in one of the most watched regions in the country and remain unseen? As the case stayed cold, the anger grew louder. Families refused to let names fade. Pressure built publicly and politically. Over time, investigators began revisiting what had been there from the beginning. Phone records, geographic consistency, behavioral overlap. The dump sites implied repeated visits without fear. No rush, no mistakes. That kind of comfort suggested someone who belonged in the area, not someone passing through. Attention narrowed to contact patterns. Burner phones, carefully timed calls, controlled communication. The discipline pointed towards someone methodical and emotionally detached. Then the approach shifted. Less who fits the image, more who had the opportunity for years. Who lived locally. Who moved unnoticed. Who had a life that provided cover. Because the idea that the killer was far away stopped making sense. Too many roads led back to the same region, the same routines. The silence that protected him for so long was starting to crack. The break didn't come from a confession. It came from patience and routine. Investigators focused on the infrastructure of everyday life. Phones, vehicles, movement patterns that look invisible day to day but become obvious across years. One name kept resurfacing because the data wouldn't let it go. Rex Heuermann a local resident and Manhattan-based architect. Surveillance followed, quietly, methodically. Then came the arrest in July 2023. Not after a chase. Not in darkness. Public, controlled, and almost ordinary. After that, the case accelerated. Prosecutors added charges over time. By late 2024, Heuermann had been charged in **7*** killings connected to the Gilgo Beach investigation. He has pleaded not guilty. For many, the shock wasn't only who was arrested. It was how long it took to reach a name. And even with an arrest, one truth remained. This wasn't an ending. It was a doorway into more questions. The courtroom doesn't feel like closure. It feels like a reckoning that arrived late. Evidence and timelines point to a long, controlled double life. Violence existing alongside ordinary routines. For families, answers don't arrive as victory. They arrive as weight. Even now, the case remains unfinished in the public mind. Are there more victims? Were opportunities missed? Could it have ended sooner? In 2025, a judge ruled the case would proceed as a *** single trial *** for the 7 charged murders, rejecting the defense request to split it into separate trials. Evidence disputes and pretrial motions continue into early 2026. Gilgo Beach will never be just a place again. It's a reminder that evil doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it waits behind routine, trusting that no one is looking closely enough. Justice here isn't only about a verdict. It's about what systems missed and what families lived through while the truth stayed buried.